the new Devi Ritual support that's come out in Soul Fusion, I'd like to talk about my one of my favorite decks in this format, and that is Nekroz. The deck is surprisingly consistent, giving the hits on the ban list over the past few years. Biggest one being Shirat still being banned, which, to be honest, could probably come back. I mean, searching Brio is not really that great when you have 3 Preparation of Right, I can search it anyway, so instead of talking about it, let's just get right into it. First thing, 3 Valkyries, you gotta play it. Your Battle Fader, it gives you more cards when it's on the field. Getting hit with Trishula is not really a problem anymore, so this thing is kind of power crept, or has kind of just not been as great, so, but it's still pretty good. 3 Colossus, I think this is still necessary. Getting your ritual spells is usually not an issue, but considering that Colossus can say, get any of the Defi rituals onto the field, just because this can turn into a ritual spell, is pretty good. So, 1 Brio, 1 Trish. I'm probably gonna bump this to 2 and cut the Gungnir. 1 Unicorn. This is your turn 1 play. Just Kaleidoscope for Neck Unicorn is still pretty good. Gungnir and Decisive Armor. You make this when you're going for game. Basically, these 2 are just here for when you don't have Valk. So, for the main deck monsters that aren't rituals, 3 Candle, 3 Talisman, 2 Book, and 2 Pen. So this is, in my opinion, the best ratio, just because you have to open at least one of these a turn. If you open double, especially if it's one that you're not supposed to use within tandem, like a pencil and pen, it's pretty good. But this thing is, like, any of these are just a +1 as long as you have a card in your hand, so. 3 Senjus. These are Manjus. I don't have Manjus. No one at my local says Manjus, so I'm playing Senjus. Then 1 Dance Princess and 1 Great Sorcerer. This is another thing I'm probably going to cut just because it's not been that great lately. Searching spellcasters, like, the best target you have is the Valkyries, but Dance Princess is always pretty good. I'm probably going to cut this for another Dance Princess just because this is a decent normal summon outside of Manju and Senju. And this deck's normal summon really isn't that relevant just because the incantations just exists, so. And this effective dump one has not been that great for me lately, so I'll probably cut it. For the ritual spells, 2 Kaleido, 2 Mirror, and then 2 Cycle. I still think this is the best ratio for the ritual spells. Sending stuff off Kaleidoscope is pretty good, especially with Herald of the Arclight. Mirror basically being your top deck, or either Mirror or Cycle, basically what you're going to go into mid-game or mid-combo, so. 3 Preparation Rights. This card has no business being at 3 in the TCG. This card is so broken, especially top decking it mid-game. This thing literally just says search any card in your deck. Like, it just actually just says that. And then you can add back another one. Another card that I liked out of the new set, Extra Foolish Burial. This card says pay half your life points to search any ritual card. That's just broken. Like, this is so good. This thing has saved me so many games. You can draw anytime and it's always good. But having it at 3 is not that great because you only want to draw into it like early game or mid game. Having doubles of it just sucks. 1 Rhoda to search the Colossus. This can probably be cut though. Or cutting a 3rd Colossus just to keep this in. But if we ever get Shirt back, I'm definitely keeping this in. Then 2 Called by the Grave. This deck can't really run Desires, which is unfortunate because it has too many Garnets. Well, not Garnets, but too many cards you don't want to banish, like Brio. That'd be one of your big ones, because I usually save the Brio just for mid-game so I can search stuff off of, that I can't search off of Preparation Rights, so. For the extra deck, it really does not matter, except for these very few cards. 3 Herald, 3 Natus, and then 1 Mistar Boy and 1 Himpashinigan. Okay. These are literally just to be sent off of Kaleidoscope. These are to be sent off Kaleidoscope or Extra Foolish Burial. These are Extra Foolish Burial targets that allow you to add back cards. This looping out the Herald so that way if you go Zaborg, which I'm playing in my side deck, which is something I suggest you play in the side just because it can be a blowout, but I'll get in that in a minute. Adding back a Brio you used earlier in the game or Unicorn or anything just is super good. Just being able to do that. And for us extra deck, it really doesn't matter. They just have to be levels. They just have to be big. 7, 10, 12, and 11. and a 9 are basically all you need. For the side deck, it's basically just your standard vanilla side deck. Brigaki, Darkhold, Board Wipes, Kaijus, whatever, Hand Traps. I don't play Hand Traps in here just because they're this deck is very turn 1 combo, but it can go second, so you do side the Hand Traps, but you can't main them. Another thing you want to side is Zaborg, the Mega Monarch. It basically says is if your opponent's not running Hercules base, you win. Because you send all their pieces, or all their extra deck dudes to the grave, sending all the Kagaris, Shizukus, everything. They're basically doing normal summon Ray pass. It can be just an absolute blowout, especially going first. So that is it for the deck profile. If you guys would like to see more, please like, comment, subscribe. Please leave a comment of what deck profile you'd like to see next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.